Good morning, Pirates. My name is Dimitri Milhouse.
And I'm Matthew Krupa, and welcome to this week's edition of Chs Tv. Do you have an ugly sweater you're proud of? Well, every Friday in December after attendance, you can go to and ask your homeroom teacher to go down to the library to be judged by our judges. Top prize every week is $5 gift card to the student store. Sweaters must be school appropriate.
All seniors that are applying to RCBC, the deadline is today. You must apply on the RCBC website and update your Naviance account before the deadline. Also, if you have a January 1st deadline for a college you are applying to, you must submit your application by December 15th so we can process your application before winter break.
The Buccaneer Yearbook is now on sale for the low price of $90 and $7 for additional name stamping. Don't miss out on the memories and see Mrs. Maroff in B224 or Mr. Iacono in B123 before Friday, January 13th.
Hey Matt, have you ever wondered what our teachers think of current trends?
It is always interesting to see how teachers are reacting to our ever-changing culture. Check it out on this week's edition of Ask the Staff.
Each week, we ask the staff a different question. This week, we ask the staff, what current trend baffles you? Let's take a look.
Visco girls. What is a Visco girl?
Visco girls.
Visco girls.
The whole Visco girl thing, because it's really just being like an 80s chick.
Visco girls. The Visco girl trend.
Joggers. Don't understand them.
The trend with social media baffles me.
Snapchat.
Social media.
The cell phones.
The texting.
All social media baffles me.
Bugs and Crocs.
It's not really current, but YOLO. Why YOLO? It doesn't make any sense.
The ripped jeans.
The word bougie is killing me right now.
The political trends baffle me right now. It's absolutely insane.
I think the trend that blows my mind is the man bun. I don't get it, so I'm gonna go with the man bun.
Some of these crazy dance things like the worm or whatever, I don't even know what they're called.
The dance things. The dances where your hand and your foot are doing this weird jerky thing. And
high-waisted jeans.
Like vaping and wearing earphones or earbuds, whatever they're called, on purpose, even when they're not on. Like that blows my mind. Like you have a piece of plastic that you're not even using, but you're using it as a fashion statement. I don't know what's going on. Like, I'm turning into that old guy that was confused by like ripped jeans when Nirvana came out.
Vaping. As a chemistry teacher, I know about the chemicals and such, and I just feel that the unknown doesn't make it safe. I can't believe it's as popular as it is, and people are putting themselves in harm's way without knowing it. It's sad in a way.
I'd say the whole Supreme. I think there's like stickers on the water bottles and the shoes and the backpacks. Yeah, I think it's ridiculous.
Water bottle flip has come back, even though I thought that was done 2 years ago.
Social media, TikTok, Facebook, Twitter, et al.
TikTok. I think the Vine and all that stuff. Yeah.
I don't even know the names of these apps these kids use anymore.
TikTok. What is it?
TikTok. Trap music. And having one earbud in at all times. Airbud in at all times.
Airbud?
Whatever, the dog. Having one airbud, the dog, in your ear. That would be a better trend.
Personally, I don't understand Visco girls. Back to you at the desk.
Thanks, Zach. Every day there are people in this building who do amazing things to help their students. If you feel that a staff member, bus driver, or administrator has helped you, guided you, or assisted you, nominate them for a Golden Apple Award. Nomination forms can be found across from the library next to the gold nomination box along the wall. See Mrs. Leitz or go to the CHS website.
Baby ads are due on Thursday, 12/19, to be featured in the 2020 Buccaneer. Submit pictures to www.walsworthpublishing.com. See Mr. Iacono or Mrs. Morrow for more information. Also, there's a 20% off sale in the student store for all merchandise to celebrate the holidays until Thursday, December 19th.
This week, Miss Arni brings us Today in History. Take a look.
Good morning, Pirates. Today is Friday, December 13th.
16 years ago, on this day, the former dictator of Iraq, Saddam Hussein, was captured by the United States military during Operation Red Dawn. Hussein had a long history of killing his own people, inciting ethnic and religious turmoil, and executing his political enemies. In 1990, a coalition of countries, including America, intervened when Hussein invaded Kuwait in what is now known as the Gulf War. During this time, Hussein was also using chemical warfare against the Kurdish people. Later, during George W. Bush's administration, after several years of disputes, America invaded Iraq again in hopes to end Hussein's 20-year-long hold on the country. Hussein went into hiding shortly after the American invasion began, and 9 months later, he was found hiding miles outside his hometown. 3 years after his capture, he was found guilty of crimes against humanity and sentenced to death by hanging. President Bush addressed the world following Hussein's capture. He stated, "In the history of Iraq, a dark and painful era is over.
A hopeful day has arrived. All Iraqis can now come together and reject violence and build a new Iraq."
He addressed the suffering that Iraq's people suffered under the regime and was hopeful for Iraq's future in spite of the work that was still left to do. Despite high hopes for an end to the violence created by his regime, a chaotic climate remains in Iraq. I'm Miss Arni, and this has been Today in History.
What a memorable day in history. Stay tuned next week for another edition of Today in History.
This week, we bring you a new segment called This or That. It is where we interview people on the street and ask them the most debatable topics. Take a look.
Water or water?
Water.
Water.
Water. Water. Water or water? Water.
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 Okay.
Water, of course.
Thank you.
Easily water.
Why?
I don't know.
Exactly.
PJ Wilhans or Whistlers?
Whistlers.
Whistlers.
Hands down, Whistlers.
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 PJs.
Ooh, PJs. What? I don't know, Whistlers.
PJs or Whistlers? I thought you meant pajamas. Whistlers. PJs. Taylor ham or pork roll?
Pork roll.
Correct. Pork roll. Pork roll.
Tailored ham.
Why?
It's more proper.
Pork roll. Pork roll.
Pork roll.
Taylor ham.
Taylor ham or pork roll? Neither. Why? That's nasty.
If you ask me, it's water. And that does it for this week's edition of CHS TV. We all hope you enjoyed. If you have any comments or feedback, please send them to cinnaminsontv@gmail.com.
From all of us here at CHS TV, thank you for tuning in and happy Friday. See you next week for another edition of CHS TV.